Hey learners, it is time for one of my favorite things in the world, which is fixing run-on sentences, and I hope you like it too. All right, so let's read our information that we're given. A reminder that a sentence is a group of words that tells a complete thought. So what I want you to do is circle the word sentence and highlight complete thought. It's very important that we remember complete thought. A sentence begins with a capital letter and an end mark. So capital letter and end mark. Those are both important parts of sentences. A run-on sentence joins two sentences that should be separate. This is possibly new to us. A run-on sentence joins two sentences that should be separate. In other words, somebody crammed a bunch of ideas together that is too much, and we need to separate them out with periods, exclamation points, or question marks. Here's an example, a run-on sentence. It is cold, we put on our coats. But if I break this into two sentences, I can see it is cold, period, new idea, we put on our coats. That is much easier for the reader to understand and make a picture in their mind. It's also easier as you're reading to figure out where to stop so that you can organize your thoughts. So this is why we do it, to be organized and to be as clear as possible. Let's practice on number one. So number one says, I think snow is beautiful. I can't wait for the first snowfall each year. So sometimes we can easily tell just by hearing it where the break should be between the two sentences. But in case we are new to this or we just don't know how to organize thinking about how to do this, there's a trick. So because you know how to mark phrases, that's a good way to start. So I think snow is beautiful. I can't wait for the first snowfall each year. I'm going to start here. I think this sentence is about I. And then the did what phrase would be think snow is beautiful. But then, wait a minute, I have another I here. And then I have another did what. So I'm confused because I thought a sentence could only have one who and one did what, unless it's combined with a conjunction or something like that. So I'm just going to try putting a period here. See how that sounds. I think snow is beautiful, period. I can't wait for the first snowfall each year. Do we have two complete thoughts? I have a subject, I, and a predicate, think snow is beautiful. That seems like a complete thought. And then here I have another subject, I, and then I have a predicate, can't wait for the first snowfall each year. So I've now divided it into two complete thoughts. And I put a period there. So what I will do next is rewrite to show my changes. Okay, so what I will do is I will go ahead and copy the first sentence. I think snow is beautiful. And I'm going to put my period because I decided that's where it should go. And then my next sentence says, I can't wait for the first snowfall each year. Okay, I'm going to just go back and check my work. I think snow is beautiful. I have a period and a capital. I can't wait for the first snowfall each year. I have a period and a capital. So that's how we're going to do these. Let's look at number two. Then it's time to go skiing. I also like to skate. So what I want to look for is a who. This sentence is structured a little differently because of the way that it's ordered, but it's would be my who. my predicate would be the surrounding stuff. I see another who right here, another subject, I, and another predicate, also like to skate. So I need to break these into 2 sentences. So I will put a period in between the first predicate and then the subject of the next sentence. And then I will copy it down to the line below, just like that, correctly, with a capital T, period, capital I, and period at the end. So I'm going to let you do that on your own now that you see how to divide it up. And I'm going to read 3, 4, 5, and 6 to you, and I want you to do your best effort on breaking these into 2 sentences. Okay, number 3 says, skating outside is fun. It's better than skating indoors. Rewatch it if you need to. Listen to it as many times as you need to see where the sentences should be broken into 2. Number 4, I don't mind the cold. It makes me feel wide awake. Pause and replay as needed. Number 5, I really like to build snowmen. We dress them in funny clothes. Pause and replay as needed. And number 6, I also like to make snow angels. I make them all over the grass. Pause and replay as needed. When you have completed numbers 2 through 6 and you have gone back to check for capitals, that it makes sense, that you have the correct punctuation, and that your spelling is correct for each of these, then you are done with this page. Okay, learners, this is our last page in the packet, and this is page 22. You will not be writing in this space, but you are going to try your best to fix some of the run-on sentences in this paragraph. It says, read the paragraphs below, rewrite the paragraphs using correct capitalization and punctuation before to correct each run-on sentence. So we're just going to edit the problems. We do not have to do the writing part, so you can even put an X through that if you want. I'll read it to you and I'll do the first few with you. So the first sentence says, my mom loves to visit Antarctica. I have a subject, my mom, and I have a predicate, loves to visit Antarctica. Complete thought, period, capital. Not a run-on sentence. Next one, she goes there every winter. She wants me to go with her one day. Ooh, that seems long. Let me check it out. She is definitely a subject. And then the predicate would be goes there every winter, but then I have another subject here, she. Well, I can't have 2 subjects in one sentence. So I'm going to try and put my period right here, which means I would need to capitalize that S in she. Let's check. She goes there every winter, period. She wants me to go with her one day, period. That makes sense, and it got broken into 2 complete thoughts, so I think we're good to go. Next sentence, she travels there for work. She is an animal doctor who works with penguins. Oop, that one seemed kind of long too. Let's check it out. She travels there for work. She is an animal doctor who works with penguins. Well, I know she is the subject. I'm going to start underlining the predicate, but then, I see another subject here, she. And then another predicate is an animal doctor who works with penguins. So what we need to do, you guessed it, we have to put a period after the first predicate and before the next subject. That means we also have to capitalize the S in she. Let's keep going. Oh, let's check it. She travels there for work, period. She is an animal doctor who works with penguins, period. 2 complete thoughts, and they make sense. Let's keep going. My mom helps sick penguins feel better. She also works with the local animal doctors to help find cures for diseases. That seems long too. I feel as though we have more than one thought in there. Let's check it out. My mom helps sick penguins feel better. She, I think I have 2 subjects in one sentence. My mom is definitely a subject. And the predicate would be help sick penguins feel better, but then, there's another subject of she. She also works with the local animal doctors to help find cures for diseases. So can't have two subjects in the same sentence, which means I have to add a period here and I have to capitalize my S. I also need to put a period at the end of diseases. They're trying to be tricky. I will read the rest of this to you, and I want you to try to fix any run-on sentences in this part of the paragraph on your own. And then when I check it, we'll talk about any errors or tricky parts that you might have encountered, okay? So here we go. One time, my mom got stuck in Antarctica. She could not fly home for a week. I was worried about her, but she called me every day to tell me that she was okay. Maybe I will go to Antarctica one day with my mom. I just do not want to get stuck. All right, so rewatch, pause as needed, as many times as you need to watch me go through this again, if you need to, for examples, if you need to hear me read it again, as many times as you need. But I would like you to try and find out where the two sentences need to be broken up and do all the correct markings. All right, once you have done that, you are done with this page and with this packet.